How's it, everyone? So we're here back in Mitaka. We're gonna head to Matsumai Judo Juku just to for one last practice with them before the Grand Slam and probably for the trip. So kind of go to say goodbye, and then not only that, we get some mat time. Not really to dandori, but get in some reps and cut weight. We're gonna go check out the store that had moved. This is the new location, so new store. I don't know how long ago they opened this, but we're gonna check it out, see what they got at this one, grab a snack before we head to practice. The Tokyo store. And I love Japan grocery stores. They just have almost anything and everything, well, to my liking, of course. Uri shabu. Oh man, maybe I snack on some sashimi before practice. Yeah, so cheap. Okay, that's really good. Already made yakitori and yakiton. Liver. Oh, this grocery store has a little bit more selection than the one by our Airbnb, or different. I guess because this one's more inside of like a town area versus like the one we go to is at a train station. So this is more like homely, I think. I don't know how to explain it, but look at that oyster bento. Yeah, it's too bad this one wasn't near our Airbnb. This grocery store is so much. And I think it's because it's brand new. The organization of it is a lot better, but the selection is way more catered to what I think we would shop for. There's a little bit more frozen. There was actually a freezer, like the one we went to by our Airbnb. There's like a little freezer, like kind of one of those reach-in ones. Not really a, I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, you've seen the video from the last one. So I think it's just mainly because this is inside the town, so it's more catered to, I think, more home usage, like, you know, like for families and things like that. I think the other one is more like on the go, like real quick fix kind of thing, and things to pick up right away, last second. So I think that's why certain things, it just seemed like, yeah, this is cool. What is this, tamagoyaki? Oh yeah, tamago dashimaki. Okay, so this is grilled egg with dashi. So probably a little bit more savory and sweet. I don't know what I want. Oh, that looks so good. Okonomiyaki with yakisoba. Okay, I'm gonna pick up something to eat before practice. This bento looks good too. Pork belly bento. And the thing, this is, I mean, 600 yen. That is super cheap. Especially with the conversion rate right now. 500 yen, that's crazy. Like this back home, not even $5, that would be still cheap. I think this alone back in Hawaii would probably be $12. This oyster bento would guarantee be $12 to $15. This would be close to 10. Okay, I'm gonna grab something and then we'll see what we get. Alright, right outside the Tokyo store. There's no eating area, but there's a rubbish can inside, so we're gonna probably snack right here, right across the street. So this is our little Tokyo store haul. We got 2 mochi, and then we got the, of course, milk tea, espresso beast. Malia's gonna drink that later. And sukiyaki bento. Total was about a little under 1,300 yen, so a little over $8 just for that. The okonomiyaki earlier, if you do the conversion rate, it was like $3. So I mean, you can't beat that. So let's try this out. We got onion, tofu, mushroom. It's like a fish cake, carrot, tamago egg, pickles, and beef konnyaku noodles. Let's try the beef. Of course, the most important part. Oh yeah, so good. Pretty windy here. Sukiyaki is so good. Then you can go like Skia or any of those Yoshinoya, really cheap fast food places, and get for dirt cheap. But this one you can tell is a little bit higher quality. But either way, it's really good. I have a tofu here. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Muscat. Okay, now we're gonna try that mochi. There you go. Red bean paste. I think it's called mushion when they don't have the seeds, or not seeds, but the shell. I prefer without the shell. I'm just spoil myself like that, but it's really good. Just wanted to show you folks Mitaka's illuminations. I think this is so cool. I wish back home they did more of these, but this is amazing. I think, you know, I've been to Japan all seasons, and this was the last one. And I think at this point fall is just gearing up towards winter already, and this would probably be my most favorite season so far. I think it's a good in-betweener between well, it's not quite winter yet where it's not freezing cold, but I do love that. So if you're not looking for somewhere that's like freezing cold, I'd say come around this time and you get to see the changing of the leaves. And for us out of Hawaii, that's one thing that we don't, I mean, that's one of many things we don't have as not being a seasonal state. We don't get to see these kind of colors when it comes to trees. And we don't get to see snow unless we go to the Big Island with Mauna Kea. But yeah, this is our last practice at Matsumai Judo Juku for the trip and the year, and hopefully we can come back sometime next year. But it was a good practice, great to see our old friends, and I hope that they do the best that they can and continue to grow. It's not, I was talking to the sensei, and it's not like what it was before. I think judo itself is kind of slowing down in Japan. So I want to say, you know, good luck to all the Japan judo, and continue to grow as best as they can as we try to grow in Hawaii with what we do. And we'll see you back at Akabane. How's it, and good morning everyone. Dustin with the Traveling Judoka. So today we're gonna head over to the host hotel for the Tokyo Grandslam and just check weight at the practice scales, and then head over to the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium to pick up our credentials. So before that, we're gonna head over to Ikebukuro Station, just because that's where the transfer station is to go to the hotel, and we're gonna actually exchange our voucher for the Japan Rail Pass. So a lot of questions are coming out now. Is the Rail Pass worth it? Unfortunately, we got this Rail Pass after the I didn't plan really well. I think we were just going crazy during the time, but we didn't plan well on getting this before October 1st, so we did pay the higher price. Now, I'll break it down on why we still got it, but for us, we are heading up to Hokkaido. So Hokkaido from Tokyo round trip is basically the cost of the Rail Pass. So for us, in this sense, it's worth it. Now, I'll break it down for other regions, and depending where you're going from and to, and within a 7 days. So is it worth it? Is it not worth it? The way we planned it is definitely worth it. Okay, we're at Ikebukuro Station. So JR East Travel Service Center, that's where we want to go. It's at the west exit. So I think we just keep going this way. Okay, we keep going. Yeah, I think we gotta, give me a sec, we're gonna find it. We actually gotta go up the escalator. Let's see. right there. Okay, so right next to the Starbucks. So this is what the centers look like. This is Ikebukuro's one. They usually have them at the major stations. You can just Google it real quick, but like Shibuya, Shinjuku, etc., etc. And sometimes there's a long line, so we want to come in here early. But this is where you exchange the JR Rail Pass. Make sure that you have a voucher already. I'm not too sure if they do sell them again in Japan currently. At one point they started selling it while you're in Japan, but the price was a lot more. But we usually just get our voucher, not to deal with that, and then you got to bring your passport with the voucher and get ready for when you want to start it and what tickets you want. And of course you don't need reserved seating, but it's always better to have just in case. So we're gonna go and get our tickets and then we'll be back. Alright, so we're at our host hotel. This is the Tokyo Dome Hotel. We actually thought we were staying at the Green Palace, so good thing we made it. Now we're gonna head over to the gymnasium where the tournament's held to meet up with Team USA. Alright, so we made it to Musashi Kogane. We're gonna head to our last practice before the slam just to kind of get reps in. Malia's on weight, so that's great. Now just a little bit of snacking, and we just got our credentials from the other coach, and man, the venue is amazing. Very nice venue. It's like a maze pretty much. Got lost, well, not really lost, but it's just so much corridors and passageways, but we're heading to our last practice and final preparation. Draws came out, so yeah, today we got, let's see, let me see that, there we go, teriyaki chicken egg sandwich. I'm gonna try that. There you go, you can see the egg sandwich with the teriyaki. So a little bit of egg salad and boiled egg as well with the teriyaki chicken. Take a nice bite, big bite. Ooh, I like the combo. Teriyaki chicken with egg. Very good combo. Definitely recommend this from Family Mart. We're gonna finish up and head to practice. Alright everyone, so we didn't go over after exchanging the voucher for the rail pass. So this is what the rail pass looks like now. If you haven't or done it recently, they used to give the booklet, so now they actually give a regular ticket and you can just put it into the ticket machine as you go through the gate. So as you can see, it's the current price. Unfortunately, we didn't book ours before October 1st, but because we're heading up to Hokkaido from Tokyo, it's still worth it. If if you go elsewhere, and then in another video I'm gonna break it down, but it might not be worth it depending on what you do. So besides, here's the ticket number, and you gotta match your ticket. So what we did was we knew already what we wanted to do after we got our rail pass, so we actually reserved seats. A lot of the trains you don't have to reserve seats, you go in, but it's like a regular train, right? You might not sit together, or I don't think you would have really standing room at that point, but yeah, it's better to reserve seats. So we booked it for the 6th. We're gonna spend, after the slam, we're gonna spend a couple days in Tokyo, do our final practice with all of our club mates, and just kind of like a farewell practice. Then we're gonna head up to, let's see, so it starts on the 6th and it's gonna end on the 12th, as you can see here. So that's a 7-day pass. You can use it on all JR lines. And here we go. So what we did was, on that day we are gonna be going from Ueno station. So we're actually staying in Takara no Baba for a couple of days, and then we're gonna go from Takara no Baba to Ueno, and from Ueno to Shin Hakodate. And it'll be on the 6th at 6:38. And then that's the train, Hayabusa 1. You gotta make sure it matches your ticket number here. Car 2, seat 11D. So that's the car and seat we're in, and that's a reserved seat for us. And it will take roughly about 4 hours and 25 minutes. 4 hours and 15 minutes, sorry. Take that back. 4 hours, 15 minutes. Then we're going to spend the night in Hakodate. So the plan and the goal is to be able to go to the mountain, check out the view from there. The next morning we're going to go to the Hakodate market and have breakfast, and then lunch. Breakfast early morning, pack, check out of the hotel. Then we're going to go and have lunch at the market or wherever. Then from Hakodate, we're going to go to Sapporo. So on December 7th, the next day, we're going to go 12:34. We're going to train it to Sapporo, which takes about almost 4 hours. So about 3.5 hours. So we get in at about 4:04. So not too bad. So the reason why we did this is because usually in the morning there's not a lot to do. So we can travel in the morning, and then, from Ueno to Hakodate, in the morning there's not a lot to do in Japan. So figured out we travel during that time, and we can hit up one city. And that's the beauty of having the rail passes. We can have flexibility instead of flying to Hakodate, and then from Hakodate we either fly or train it to Sapporo, and that's another thing. So the next day we're going to head to Sapporo. We're going to get in at about 4:04. The reason why I did this is because we can have early breakfast and lunch, and then at the market, and then we can go, not market, but the market, morning market that they're known for. Breakfast, check out, then have lunch. Then we're going to get to Sapporo, and our Airbnb, we can't check in till 4 o'clock anyway. So it's a lot easier just to go straight to the Airbnb and not have to worry about where our bags, we're going to have to store it, etc., etc. Because Airbnb is a little bit stricter than what it was before. Some places will allow you to store your baggage, some won't. A lot of times they say can't check in early anymore. So it used to be a thing before, but not anymore. So we're staying at an Airbnb, check-in's at 4, so perfect. By the time we get in, we don't have to worry. Get our bags in, and then we can have the night out in Sapporo. Then what we did was, we knew we needed to go to Asahikawa the next day. And I actually didn't remember if we needed to reserve seats, but we did. So we already reserved seats for Sapporo to Asahikawa. And then we're going to check out Asahiyama Zoo, which is a winter zoo. And you'll see it in a later video. Highly recommend checking out that zoo. And we're going to check out hopefully a few things in Asahikawa, because we'll get in at 8:40 a.m. Zoo opens at 10, I believe. So from the station to the zoo, you have to catch a bus. It's about an hour. So we'll get right around opening time. We don't have to wait in a huge line, hopefully. Spend the lunch and day there, and then we are gonna head back to, we could go later, so we leave Asahikawa at 7 o'clock and then get to Sapporo about 8:25, and we can still have the night in Sapporo. This can change. I mean, we just want to reserve it. There's a lot of trains after, so I don't have to worry about missing a train, and that would be our last one. Or we can go earlier. If we're at the station early, we can just jump on the train and head to Sapporo. So that's on Friday. And then we got the weekend there, and we are gonna head back to Tokyo. So we were gonna try and stop somewhere in between Sapporo and Tokyo, but there wasn't a lot of places that interest us that we could spend one night over. So we figured if we get back into Tokyo early enough, then we can still have a long night in Tokyo. So Sapporo to Shin Hakodate, we're gonna leave at 8:43. The train before that was super early. I think it was like 6 o'clock, and we're like, no, we don't want to worry, because getting to the station from where we're at is hard. If it's too early, we'd have to taxi it, because the walk is too far. So we didn't want to taxi, and taxi's kind of pricey in Japan. So we'll get into Shin Hakodate at 12:19 and 12:48. So we'll have about half an hour in Shin Hakodate, and then we're gonna head to Ueno at 5 o'clock, and then we'll still have the night. We can check into our Airbnb, which we haven't booked yet, but we're gonna book it now that we know what day we're getting into Tokyo. And then we're gonna from Ueno, we're gonna go to our station, and if there's an easier station, we'll just change this last ticket here. And one other thing that they told us, and something that you might want to look into, is when you go into those trips, those far trips here, I think C and D from Hakodate to Sapporo is a good view of the sea. So they recommended the CD side of the seating. So yeah, just a little bit about our rail pass experience. I've done this many of times, and of course the price is a lot more expensive now, so researched a little bit on it. But yeah, definitely from Tokyo to Hokkaido, it's still semi worth it, depending on what you do. And I'll break it down in another video. And yeah, thanks for hearing me out on it, and hope this has helped decide if there is a chance for you to still be able to use the rail pass, if it's worth it or not. All right, we'll see you in the morning.